Welcome to another broadcast on BC Hornet Sports, your source for Brown County sports and more. Today's broadcast is brought to you by B&N Trucking, Sleep Tight, Mowen Auto Body, L. Grady Realty and the Grady Agency, Cass Communications, Larry Dunn Accounting, Dot Foods and Dot Transportation, First National Bank of Griggsville, Blessing Health Systems, your Mount Sterling YMCA, West Central Bank, Sarah D. Culbertson Memorial Hospital, the Ray Insurance Agency, Mount Sterling Savings, McDonough District Hospital, All About Dance and More, Main Street Repair, Brown County State Bank, the Comfort Man at Scranton Heating and Cooling, KLC Inc., Henry Automotive, Yingling and Nissen Agency, Hendricker Funeral Home, Cassing Lumber Company, St. Mary's School, Heather's Tumble and Tap, Farmer State Bank and Trust Company, A Rustic Garden. Now it's time for the broadcast on BC Hornet Sports, your source for Brown County sports and more. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to BC Hornet Sports, and welcome to the Scranton Heating and Cooling pregame show brought to you by the Comfort Man at Scranton Heating and Cooling. You can find them on the web at comfortman.com or call 217-773-2626. Steve Surratt and not Lisa Surratt with me tonight.
No, I don't think so.
No,
not
Kevin,
tonight.
Kevin Dieterle with me. My broadcast, well, I have two broadcast partners now. I have Kevin and I have Lisa.
Yep.
Those not that I don't mind working with everybody else, but Kevin and I have been in this together for a long time, and this past year it's been a little less of us together.
Yeah, we've had a few things come up, right? But it's seasonality.
Marriage,
yeah. I mean,
houses, all kinds of things.
But seasonality, right? And Lisa's always here, and so we certainly appreciate her. But it is good to be back tonight. I haven't seen you in person for forever, so I've enjoyed the last couple broadcasts. But I guess since I'm in center field, I have no excuse not to make it over here and call some baseball tonight. Very exciting time of year. I love Little League All-Stars, man. Well, it's awesome.
You didn't drive the car over here, did you?
I wanted to, but apparently gas is expensive, and it's just a little walk. So, yeah, I just walked over.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good.
Over.
You're closer than you were to the ballpark. You were pretty close
close anyways, yeah.
Before.
Yep.
But now you're really close. Well, we're glad that you're here tonight and a part of it. And decline that call.
Getting some calls over there.
Yeah, I am. But we're glad that you're here tonight and on with us. Hey, we're going to be back with the Dot Transportation starting lineups and the Blessing Health Systems keys to the game after these messages.
Working for Dot Foods in our warehouse is the best job I've ever had.
This is a company that you want to work for.
Probably you hear this a lot, work-life balance. We get that at Dot.
Dot has a lot of opportunity.
Dot is family.
And I love it. Dot Foods cares about you.
This is Tracy Hendricker with the Hendricker Funeral Home in Mount Sterling. On behalf of our entire family, we wish the best of luck to all the Hornet teams this season. Jamie and I have always been so proud of the athletic programs in the Brown County School District, which was such an important part of our own children's formative years. We are honored and humbled to have served so many families in Brown County and pledge to continue the tradition of assisting families with the dignity and compassion our community deserves. Thank you, and go Hornets!
St. Mary's School offers an excellent education, special activities, affordable tuition, and after-school care in a loving, faith-based family atmosphere. All students, kindergarten through 8th grade, are one-on-one, which means each student has their own iPad. If 5 or more students commit to attend St. Mary's School from Rushville and or Beardstown, St. Mary's can provide free transportation to and from school. It's not too late to register. Call Melissa at 217-773-2825 to schedule a tour today.
When you are ready to move to a new home or refinance the one you are in, Farmers State Bank and Trust Company in Mount Sterling will make sure the process moves along smoothly with competitive rates, superior service, and great solutions that fit your lifestyle and budget. Call us today and get everything you need to get moving. Farmers State Bank and Trust Company of Mount Sterling. Locally owned, locally operated, locally dedicated. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Main Street Repair and Terry Ham have the reputation of being the best at front-end alignments in the area. With 20 years of experience, Terry is the person that customers and auto repair professionals refer their friends and customers to. But alignments are not the only thing that they do at the Main Street Repair. They repair steering and suspension issues, install leveling and lift kits, repair and replace brakes and tires, do oil changes, as well as minor engine and miscellaneous repairs. Main Street Repair at 216 West Main Street in Mount Sterling. Call for your appointment today at 217-773-3848. Once again, that's 217-773-3848.
Steve Surratt, Kevin. Forgot that. Steve Surratt, Kevin Dieterle. I'm teaching Kevin the board, and I'm teaching him all the things that you should not do when you're running the board. That you get that feedback on that if you don't get that turned down. We're back with you on the Scranton Heating and Cooling pregame show. Give them a call at 217-773-2626 or on the web at comfortman.com. Starting lineups are brought to you by Dot Transportation. Kevin, tons of driving jobs at Dot. You work in the transportation department, right?
Sure, yeah.
Tons of driving jobs, part-time, full-time. You get paid for about anything you want that you do behind the wheel, from what I understand.
Yep. I mean, there's honestly not a better trucking company out there. And, I mean, I've been with Dot for 18 and a half years, but Dot Transportation, our equipment's first class. I mean, the way we pay our drivers is different than anyone else. You're not on the clock, right? It's all miles driven. But every activity you do, you're probably going to get paid for it. So it's a pretty unique pay system, but we have a lot of drivers who make significant money, and they get quality home time.
Well,
too.
And here's the other thing. You're saying, well, I always wanted to get my CDL license.
Yeah.
And you can go to DOT, and they will put you through CDL school.
Absolutely. I mean, it's it's the same interview process as if you wanted to become an employee, because day one of trucking school, you're an employee, and it's been a unique venture for us, and we're opening up schools all across the country at all of our DCs, and we've had a ton of success here in Mount Sterling, and it's been great for us so far.
So if you're looking for a job that you can see different parts of the countryside, you can have a dedicated route, you can have one that switches. I know a friend of mine that drives for DOT. He kind of likes having a non-dedicated, that he gets to go to all these different places. There's some places he likes more than others, but go to drivefordot.com, and you can find everything you want to know about what's out there as far as driving jobs available.
Yeah, just give our HR team a call. We have a great personnel in there, and those girls give you a call and just really teach you up and learn you up on what is DTI and what do we do.
Okay. With that, I'll let you give the starting lineups. Are Brown County going to be the visiting team today?
Yeah, Brown County, the visitors. Their starting lineup looks like this. Liam Flessner, he's going to lead off, and he's going to be the catcher. Jackson Hendricks going to be on the bump tonight, batting second. Michael Cassing is going to be playing first base, batting third. Bradley Marker in the cleanup spot. He'll be at second base. Inyur Sanchez, the hero of just the other night with the big home run in the extra innings, he's going to be out in right field. Royal Wolf is going to be in center field. Nolan Sefton going to be manning shortstop tonight for the Hornets. And Ty Roberts will be in left. And rounding out the starting lineup for Brown County is going to be Micah Ham over there at third base. Beardstown, the home team on the scoreboard. The visitors to the ballpark, though. Nate Stanball is going to lead off. He's a heck of an athlete from over there in Beardstown. Seen him for many years. He's going to be at shortstop tonight. Kellen Brown looks like he's going to be in center field. Carter Ross is going to be on the bump for Beardstown. Caleb Surratt's going to be behind the plate. Tyson Little is going to be batting fifth. He's going to be playing first. Austin Thurman is playing third, batting sixth. Brody Hardwick is going to be out in left field. DeWade Gaffney is a really quick player, fun to watch. I've enjoyed him so far. He's going to be at second base. And rounding out the starting lineup is going to be P.J. Swan. He's going to be out in right field.
All right, that's your starting lineups. Let's go to the keys of the game, brought to you by Blessing Health Systems. Blessing Mount Sterling Clinic is excited to be part of your community. We're committed to providing compassionate, comprehensive care for you and your family. Experience the Blessing difference at 521 East Main Street or call 217-773-7105. That's Blessing Health Systems. Kevin, we say we break it down. Keys to the game are pretty simple as far as that's concerned. From the mound, we don't want walks out of the pitchers, particularly in Little League. That ends up being runs.
Yeah.
And Lisa and I both saw this in high school ball. Walks turn into runs in a lot of cases.
Yeah, there's a solid statistic on this that a walk 78% of the time, maybe even more, but I'm certain it's at least 78% of the time, turns into a run. And in a Little League, that's personified, right? Because you're going to have pass balls, and those are easy advances to the next base. Even pass balls at home with 11 and 12-year-olds, you're still going to see runners score on those. And so walks just kill you. And I would tell you that's the number one key. You're going to make defensive mistakes. Try to clean those up, but those runners won't be on base 90% of the time if you keep them off the bases by throwing strikes.
Now, the next one is in the field, errors.
Sure.
You got to keep the errors. Again, high statistic, when you make errors, those people score.
Yeah, you give them extra outs, right? And that's how you have to look at errors is, if I made an error, that's a possible out. And so if you give a team 4 or 5 outs in an inning, you're just giving them multiple chances and multiple batters to come up and try to get you.
And our last one is personified more in Little League than any other level, but it's true on every level, is hitting-wise, you got to put the bat on the ball. Put it in play, put it someplace. And we saw this in games that we've had so far here. Anything can happen. There's no such thing as a routine ground ball.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, these are 60-foot bases, so some of these kids, I saw Michael Casting run one out the other night, and it looked like he was down the line in about 6 steps. And so even just a small squibber down the third baseline, because he put the ball in play, it turns into a base hit. And at the end of the day, what I always used to tell my kids, and I'll still tell my kids to this day at 13U level, is put the ball in play and put pressure on the defense, because eventually somebody's going to crack, right? And they're going to give you that fourth out that you're looking for and that extra opportunity.
Well, those are our keys to the game, brought to you by Blessing Health Systems. If you think it may be a heart attack or a stroke, stop thinking, and start dialing 911. Quick action can save a life. They're doing the starting lineups, and the Star Spangled Banner will be coming up, so we'll take a station break before we get finished up with this Scranton Heating and Cooling pregame show.
Napa know-how. Hello, Earl Flack for your locally owned McCain Napa Auto Parts store in Mount Sterling, Illinois. Let's talk about $20. $20 is $20. A $20 rebate when you buy a Napa AAA or Legend Premium battery. Also a $20 rebate if you buy a Napa oil, air, or cabin air filter, any select numbers you want. Napa Seafoam on sale for $8.49. Napa oil on sale, full synthetic, high mileage, Napa chemicals. Get the good stuff at Napa know-how, and thank you for your business.
Once or twice a year, I might get the cold or a flu, and my wife calls it the man flu. So you know what that is.
Oh, yeah.
What do I love about our team? We have a good chemistry. We all work together.
I mean, come on. I've got the best job in the world. Sometimes they say, oh, I like to do handstands.
Yeah, I taught Brian how to do the handstand. That's all right.
And every day, I mean, it's a fun day.
Yeah, it definitely makes me proud to be here.
When it comes to handling your taxes, ever feel a bit taxed? If so, why not give yourself some well-deserved tax relief and visit Larry Dunn Accounting. Larry and his staff have been helping clients with tax return preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, sales tax, and business consultation since 1980. Put their experience to work for you today. After almost 5 decades in business, their number one priority remains building long-term relationships. Larry Dunn Accounting, 443 East Main Street in Mount Sterling, or call 217-773-3400.
Are
you looking for an organization that changes lives both physically and emotionally? The Mount Sterling Community Center YMCA can help. Busy parents love the variety of activities for the whole family and our on-site childcare. We offer scholarship assistance and great options to fit any budget. Kickstart your new healthy routine with our group classes like yoga and Zumba. As a nonprofit organization, we pride ourselves on making a positive impact, not only in individuals, but also our community. We hope you'll join us at the Mount Sterling YMCA. Your future self will thank you.
Chad Yingling here with Yingling Nissen Insurance. We have over 40 years of experience in the insurance business. So we want to make sure that you are well protected. So that means making sure you have the best coverage possible to protect you financially. We do all kinds of insurance, personal, farm, commercial, governmental, you name it, we can insure it. So check us out, www.ynagency.com, or give us a call, 217-773-3397.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
West Central Bank wishes each of the district all-star teams good luck. Why not bank where you're more than a number? You're a member of a family. At West Central Bank, we pride ourselves in great customer service, having a friendly, helpful staff, and products to fit your needs. Visit any of our locations in Ashland, Beardstown, Rushville, and Springfield to see how we can help you achieve your financial goals. West Central Bank, banking for your future, equal housing lender, member FDIC. KLC Inc. They are an apparel shop that specializes in screen printing, embroidery, custom and team apparel, promotional products, fundraising items, home decor, and personalization of almost anything. They strive to make the customer number one and get the customer the professional results that they are looking for. KLC Inc. at 509 Pittsfield Road, or call them at 217-773-9090. KLC Inc. You think it, we ink it.
Back with you on the Scranton Heating and Cooling pregame show, brought to you by the Comfort Man of Scranton Heating and Cooling. You can find them on the web at comfortman.com or give them a call at 217-773-2626. I bet they're busy. I bet today's weather put a stress test on somebody's air conditioning, Kevin.
I guarantee it. It was my car said 103 when I got out of work today, so just brutal.
Absolutely. I tell people all the time, call Scranton's, get a service contract. They'll come keep those coils cleaned out for you, get you ready before you start, make sure your filters and stuff are changed. But call Scranton's, 217-773-2626. They'll do a great job for you. Real quickly again, Kevin, run down the starting lineups, brought to you by Dot Transportation. Go to drivefor.com.
Yeah, for Brown County leading off, it's going to be Liam Flessner, Jackson Hendricks, Michael Cassing, Bradley Markert in that cleanup spot. Inyar Sanchez will bat fifth, Royal Wolf in the sixth spot, Nolan Sefton in the 7, Ty Roberts in the 8 hole, and Micah Ham rounds out the starting lineup for Brown County. For Beardstown, defensively, it's going to look like this here in the first half of the inning. It's going to be Nate Stanball. He's going to be at shortstop. Kellen Brown in center. Carter Ross is going to be on the bump. Caleb Surratt is his battery mate behind the plate. Tyson Little at first base. Austin Thurman at third. Brody Hardwick's going to be out in left field. DeWade Gaffney at second base. And P.J. Swan out in right.
All right, that's what's going on for you. And your first three each innings brought to you by Yingling and Nissen Agency, 111 West Washington and Mount Sterling. Give them a call, 773-3397. Kevin will give you the Yingling and Nissen Agency first three batters each inning, if you would, Kevin.
Perfect. I'll tell you what, Steve, one thing that I was talking to Coach Sefton a couple nights ago, and I said, hey, Coach, have you slept much? Because if memory serves, and it wasn't that long ago, these weeks are probably the most sleepless nights for a Little League manager. You just want to do all the right things for the boys. You want to see them have success. And he said, no, I haven't slept very good. I had a decent night's sleep, but it's hard. I mean, this is the funnest part of the year. This is what you play for, but kind of all comes down to this, and Brown County has nothing to lose, but you don't want to go to that if game. I mean, This is a scenario where you don't know. And Cale Reich, I talked to his dad, the manager, Josh Reich, before this game, and he said, hey, he might get released tomorrow. And if he gets released, I'm telling you, he's a difference maker.
Oh, he will be.
He's a grown man. He's
yep.
He's 6
he's
foot,
a big
6'1", and he can swing it, and so that will be that'll be a true testament if this does go to the if game. I doubt he pitches, but his bat is a difference maker. So Ross on the mound for Beardstown. William Flessner coming up to the plate as we're just about to get underway with the first pitch.
Well, I'll tell you how nervous Ethan was. Ethan was here on the first night, on Friday night, charting where batters were hitting balls.
Oh my
he had to have something to do with that.
I never did any of that stuff. That's
yeah. Here's the first pitch to Flessner. That one sailed over his head for a ball. For ball one. We got to be careful what we say about Lisa because she's supposedly watching at home on the TV. Cool.
Well, we would never say anything bad.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball too high. I had to laugh the other night. I'll tell this story on the air. We were talking up here. I'll do it between pitches here in a moment. Let's see, I need to look at my... Popped up into right field. It'll be right center. It's over to the center fielder's head. Browns goes to the fence. Flessner into second base with a stand-up double for the first hit for Brown County. I thought that was more to right field when it started out, Kevin. But the quick story is I watch Liam when he's behind the plate. He likes to frame the ball for the umpire. He was doing that for Nick Kindecker the other night, and I understand Nick used to do that to Ryan McNeff when he was umpiring. So Nick was getting a little dose of his own medicine.
1-0 count to Hendricks as he steps in. Ross on the bump. The veteran 12-year-old Ross on its way.
Swing and a miss. 1-1. We've seen Ross a little bit in this tournament pitching, and he does a fine job. 1-1 pitch on the way. Here's the pitch. Ball high, 2-1. I would say Brown County wants to get on Beardstown early and with as many runs as they possibly can.
Well, you saw it happen in that Beardstown-Rushville game. I mean, Rushville started clawing their way back, and it's all-stars. You can never have too big of a lead until it's over.
Well, and pitching plays such a big part, Kevin, as we have a 3-1 count on the batter Hendricks. But pitching has a huge thing, just depending on who's available, how much they're available.
Yeah, it is, and that's what drives a manager to kind of have those sleepless nights in every scenario that you could possibly come up with.
Here's the wind and the 3-1 pitch to Hendricks. Strike called on the outside corner. Did you give the umpires who were here tonight? It was Sean Volk behind the plate, I know that.
Eric Grady down the third base line, and Dave Phelps at first base.
Oh, hit his helmet. That'll be a hit by pitch. Runners on first and second.
Up next for Brown County, number 30, Michael Cassing.
Michael Cassing up. Now you'll notice on the screen that Michael's limping a little bit on his right ankle. Got stepped on. Right ankle's real important when you play first base and when you hit, when you're a right-handed hitter. And so I don't expect him to have a full swing.
Yeah, I think. I mean, he drove one down the third base line last night on that sore foot and able to hobble into second. And Michael's been in a lot of these All-Star games probably from the time, when he was 9 years old, and he continues to be one of those staples of Brown County baseball. So I think he'll tough through it. First pitch to Cassing is up and in. Ball one from Ross.
Yeah, plus normally we see him in the catching mode.
Yeah.
And so catchers take a beating, folks.
Absolutely.
Here's the next pitch. Strike call, going to be a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ross steps back on the rubber. He uses a full windup. We'll see a mix of that and the stretch position for a lot of them. Throws that one wide. Fleshner's going to third. Ball's there in time, but it's on the wrong side of the bag, Kevin.
Wrong side of the bag, and the third baseman was kind of using that as a force play. I think that's Thurman over there at third base, and he didn't put the tag on him, and so Fleshner and Hendricks are able to move up.
Next pitch on the 2-1. Outside, going to be 3-1.
Hey, if you're Beardstown, not worst case scenario here. Minus, Ross is already at 13 pitches and a 3-1 count. But next pitch on its way.
Ground ball to Stanball, throws over to first, gets away from the first baseman. It's short hopped the first baseman. I'm going to give an error on the shortstop on that on the throw, and that scores 1 run for Brown County. I hate to give an error because I really wanted to give the RBI, but I can't do that.
So Fleshner scores. Hendricks up to third and brings up Bradley Markert. Casting at first. Look for a steal here early.
Popped up. Foul on the right side.
That's a tough thing there, and it's you want a kid to swing at the first good pitch he sees, but also with nobody out, you want to move that kid over to second base. So a lot of times you'll find little league coaches take that first pitch so that runner can move up, and then you have 2 runners in scoring position.
Fouled off again. Boy, that was straight back. That almost got our camera. Didn't rattle it though. I think there's a pool going on when that gets hit.
It's an expensive pool.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Markert strikes out. The first strikeout of the ball game for Ross. That'll be the first out. Inyer Sanchez, hero the other night, ended up with a game-winning home run, Kevin.
Very cool.
Put the bat on the ball. He was surprised. He thought it bounced over. He stopped at second base. They said, no, you get to round the bases. Ground ball foul. That went off the end of the bat. Good little athlete here. The wind in the pitch by Ross on the 0-1 count. Strike 2 as Cassing hobbles into second base.
If you're Brown County here, worst case scenario is that, last 2 batters in a row, if Sanchez can't put the ball in play, you got to put the ball in play and move the runner.
Ball high, makes it 1-2.
Good take there by Sanchez. Is 0-2 count, and Ross went upstairs. Smart pitch.
Well, Ross has not had very good control here at the start, and there's been quite a few pass balls. So, nice little dribbler into center field for a base hit. He's going to get just 1 RBI, or they're going to try to score Cassing as he kind of turns it on and slides. That's going to be a base hit with 2 RBIs for Inyer Sanchez.
Up next for Brown County, number 8, Royal Wolf.
And Kevin, sometimes you get, and I need to keep our score up here, I guess. I got this nice scoreboard. That'd be a good thing to do. You always have surprises in all-star tournament games. Kids that you just didn't know what to expect or didn't expect what you got out of them. And that works both directions.
Oh, absolutely. You're one of your best players, and you saw that really good player out of Rushville. And I think he had a rough tournament, and he's one of the best players in the tournament, not a doubt in my mind. And unfortunately, just didn't have it for the tournament. But like you said, it can go the other way too. One of your 12th players can really step up, as Wolf is in a 1-1 count here, and one of your 12th players can step up and have a huge day for you.
Here's the pitch. Well, I tell you, from Rushville, who didn't have a bad game was the first baseman. I can't think.
Utter.
Yeah. Had 3 home runs.
Absolutely.
Hey, in the one game, he had a 3-run homer and a 2-run homer, 5 RBIs off of 2 home runs. Strike called. That'll make it a 2-2 count. 2-2 count with one out.
Steve, don't forget to mention, the 9 and 10-year-olds are playing over in Beardstown tonight for district championship against Macomb as well. So exciting stuff going on in Brown County.
Popped up foul. Keeps the count at 2-2. That, and we got the Cardinal game on up here. Unfortunately,
it's
not
exciting.
looking.
No.
Atlanta 7 and St. Louis 1 as we're in the top of the 5th inning on the Cass Communication scoreboard. Here's the wind by Ross. 2-2 pitch. A little high. Make it 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the wind by Ross. Outside. That's ball 4. Wolf takes the walk. It'll be Wolf on first. Sanchez on second. Nolan Sefton coming up to shortstop. Brown County leading 3-0 in the top of the 1st inning. Sefton bats from the right-hand side. Pitch by Ross. Ball outside. Ross still struggling with some control. He's been all over the place.
He is, and that's surprising because Carter has been a big part of this Beardstown All-Star team for a long time.
Oh, hit the batter in the head. That's the second one.
Yep. Like I was saying, though, Steve, I mean, Ross has been a big part of this since he was 9 years old for Beardstown, and I know his dad really well, and he's a great ball player with a good baseball mind. And so sometimes you can get your own head. You know, it's a big game for Beardstown, a big game for Carter. So hopefully he can come out of that for Beardstown's sake.
We've got a coach coming out, so we'll take a timeout. 3-0, Brown County, top of the 1st.
Sleep Tight has extended their 4th of July savings through Monday. Save $500 off the Breeze lineup of Tempur-Pedic mattresses, up to $400 off select Stearns & Foster mattresses, up to $200 off of select Sealy Hybrid mattresses. Free delivery, free setup, free removal, and 0% interest for up to 5 years. Enjoy extended 4th of July savings now at your Sleep Tight in Quincy, Jacksonville, or Macomb.
Less money, Sleep Tight.
Sleep tight.
Steve Surratt, Kevin Dieterle back with you on BC Hornet Sports. We've got a 3-0 ball game, 11 and 12-year-old Little League championship game between Beardstown and Brown County. Ross pitches to the next batter, the 8th place hitter, Ty Roberts. First pitch to him was a strike. Coach Riker went out to talk to his pitcher. Seems to have calmed him down a little bit. Strike 2. Wonder if he gave him some of what I call the Kent Boylan magic juice. Kent Boylan's got a knack of calming pitchers down.
Kent likes to go out there and make them laugh and kind of forget what's going on.
Ball high. Almost swung at it.
And don't forget, I mean, it's Little League, right? 3-0. If Beardstown's able to get out of this, it's early. It's 1st inning, so anything can happen. Beardstown's got a nice offense.
Swing and a miss by Roberts. That'll make it the second out and the second strikeout by Ross. Micah Ham, the 9th place hitter. Yeah, like you said, Beardstown can score. Yeah, there's never enough runs in a Little League ball game until the game's over.
Anything can happen.
First pitch is a ball. Ross steps back on. Here's the wind and the 1-0 pitch. Ball outside, make it 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Runners all the way around the bases. Bases are loaded. A little hit, we'll get 1 or 2. Called strike. That'll make it 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ross gets quick action here. Ball hit into right field, and that's caught by the right fielder, Swan. And so that ends up, Kevin, what, 3 runs?
3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error.
And left 3 on base.
Yep.
All right, with that, we go to the bottom of the first. Brown County leads 3-0. Beardstown coming to bat.
The Mount Sterling IGA, a small-town grocery store that offers our community the selection, variety, and prices found in larger markets. By maintaining our hometown proud attitude by offering convenience and customer service second to none. Looking for lunch? Check out the deli for daily lunch specials and homemade salads. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m., Sunday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. The Mount Sterling IGA, 200 Pittsfield Road, Mount Sterling, Illinois, a proud sponsor of Brown County students in athletics.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Cascom has fast, reliable Wi-Fi to power all your gadgets all at once. Call or click Cascom.com to upgrade today.
The Ray Insurance Agency is an independent insurance agency in Mount Sterling. We offer competitively priced insurance products that fit the needs of you and your family. We specialize in personal, commercial, and agribusiness insurance products. So call me, Brad Cassing, today at 217-773-3851 for a free quote and risk assessment. We are located at 128 West Main Street in Mount Sterling. Our phone number is 217-773-3851.
And welcome back. First 3 batters for Beardstown brought to you by YN Agency. Yingling and Nissen Agency. Give them a call, 773-3397. And it's going to be Stanball, Brown, and Ross. Let's set the defense for Brown County, Steve.
Okay.
Flessner is behind the plate. Hendricks on the bump. Michael Cassing at first base. Bradley Markert at second. Inyur Sanchez in right field. Royal Wolf in center. Nolan Sefton at short. Ty Robertson left and Micah Ham at third.
And the first pitch. Ball high from Hendricks. He steps back in, works quickly. Next pitch. Popped up to the right side. That's into right center field and caught by Sanchez. He just loped over there and made his catch.
Not a great view up here, but kind of judging on the crowd reaction and the kid reaction. So
yeah, I got to move and I've got to try to find the ball at the same time. But I tell you what, here's one advantage. I'm not sweating 1 ounce up here. 1 out. That brings up Brown, the second place hitter. Here's the pitch. Ball outside.
Ross finished the first inning with 38 pitches.
Here's the pitch from Hendricks. High for a ball. That'll make it 2-1 or 2-0. Brown likes to crowd the plate.
He is
He's
right
deep
on
and
the white.
It crowds it. Outside. That's going to make it 3-0. Here comes the 3-0 count as Hendricks works pretty quickly on the rubber. Here's the pitch. Ball 4, base on balls.
And go back to the pregame, and that's what we talked about. Got Carter Ross in trouble with a couple hit-by pitches and a walk, and now Hendricks returning the favor, and that's just an opportunity for Beardstown to get on the board when you give them those free ones.
Absolutely. And Kevin, we'll get into the pitch counts just a little bit later here to kind of inform people and educate people on what pitch counts mean. The drive to the shortstop, nice catch at short, almost doubled him off first. Couldn't quite do it, but a great job by Sefton at the shortstop position. Almost got the DP, Kevin.
Yeah. But again, right, you go back to, hey, Beardstown has hit 2 balls really hard. Brown County has made nice plays. Those balls could fall just as easy, and then we have a different game. And so that's what makes Little League fun is it's a game of inches, no doubt about it.
Swing and a miss. Runner going down to second base. And throw down by Flessner just a little behind the runner. And that will put Brown down at second base. Caleb Surratt, the batter, he's caught all but about 3 innings of this tournament for Beardstown. Does a nice job behind the plate.
Hit a long ball the other night I saw against, I think, Tri-County maybe.
Mm-hmm. Next pitch is a ball. Makes it a 1-1 count. 2 outs. He just needs to concentrate. Hendricks does on the batter.
Sure, and you look at the pitch count difference, right? 38, and Hendricks is now at 9 pitches.
Here's
2 outs.
the pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll make it a 1-2 count. And I'm the coach always saying, let's just go after him.
Sure, absolutely.
Now you got 2 strikes on him, put him away.
Look how far he's off the plate. You can go outside and...
Popped up, and that's going to be foul.
Big difference between the way that that Surratt is on the plate versus what Kellen Brown is. Surratt is kind of in the back of the box, and I would set up on the outside part of the plate and see if he can come up and catch me.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for the 3rd out and the first strikeout. That gets Brown County out of that, Kevin, with no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. As we head to the top of the 2nd, it's Brown County 3 and Beardstown nothing.
When it comes to your money, local is better. Farmers National Bank of Griggsville is here in the heart of the community, working where we live. We make sensible loans to our friends and neighbors so that we can help our community grow. Stop by and see our friendly staff and see what we can do to meet your financial goals. Located in Griggsville, Pittsfield, and Mount Sterling. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
A Rustic Garden ships home and garden accents coast to coast, right from its location in Mount Sterling. The folks there customize each sail by painting unique and vintage colors to match the look of the home or flower garden. They also do wrought iron fencing. How long does that last? 100 years? 200 years? Who knows how long wrought iron fencing will last? Shop www.arusticgarden.com and get it shipped directly to your front door.
At All About Dance and More LLC, these are our core values. Perseverance by all studio members to put forth good.
Steve Surratt, Kevin Dieterle back with you. He's got the top 3 for you, brought to you by Yingling Innocent Agency, 111 West Washington and Mount Sterling.
And we're going to go back to the top of the order for Brown County. It's going to be Flessner, Hendricks, and Cassing. Flessner led off the game with a double.
Ross with the wind. Here's the pitch. Popped up in foul territory. And out of play, I guess. Again, in that part, you know what I needed to do? I can probably tell right here if I just take my time.
Pretty hard to see that.
Yeah. If we didn't have the other ball game, I should have brought another cord. We just put it up on the big screen.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Two strikes the count. Ross's 0-2 pitch. High over Flessner's head. 1-2. Ross had 2 strikeouts in the first inning, but he had 2 hit by pitch and at least 1 base on balls. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Flessner. And he'll strike out and make it the 3rd strikeout. I had to talk about strikeouts, didn't I? Beardstown fans love the outfield here. They
do.
show up early and often.
And I mean, it's no different over in Beardstown. They line that that nice wooden fence they have over there as Hendricks takes a big hack at strike 1. But they always travel well, and these are probably honestly to the 2 most storied Little League teams around here. In the last few years, we've had some great back and forth with them, and so Hendricks foul ball, strike 2. He's down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, and To be honest with you, they take their baseball real serious over in Beardstown.
Absolutely. It's bizarre to me that they don't have a junior high program, right? And if they did, that would be fun because we love playing Beardstown and all those kids over there, and Zach Meyer and Caleb Hobrock and you name it. We've played them for many years, and we always enjoy the competitive nature that they bring. Strike 3 to Hendricks as he swings and misses.
Hendricks goes down swinging for the second out of the inning.
That's the 4th strikeout for Ross. I think he's found the groove, Kevin.
Looks like it. I mean, much more efficient inning so far already, as he's only thrown 7 pitches this inning.
That steps in from the right side, Michael Cassing. Ground ball to the third baseman. He gets it on the short hop, throws over, and nice stretch by the first baseman. Little and out. 5-3 on the out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base as we head to the bottom of the second. It's Brown County 3 and Beardstown nothing.
Effort to achieve goals. Innovative creation of original and unique learning environments. Fierce energy and community that builds student happiness, self-esteem, quick learning, and bold relationships. Integrity and investment in quality professional work where trust and high morals are practiced. Commitment to the studio family with loyalty, responsibility, and high expectations to create a lifelong appreciation for the AADM journey.
A collision with your vehicle can be stressful on its own. You don't need more stress dealing with the Auto Body Shop. Mowen Auto Body and owners Chuck and Brandy Mowen can help take the stress out of the process. Chuck brings over 24 years in the auto body business and is ICAR certified. Mowen Auto Body, 149 Main Street, Mount Sterling, Illinois. Call 217-773-2127. Mowen Auto Body, the quality of yesterday with the knowledge of today, the right choice in collision repair.
Back with you on BC Hornet Sports, your source for Brown County sports and more. And we're getting ready to go to the bottom of the second. Brown County leads here 3-0 on Little League 11 and 12-year-old baseball. We have any updates on the other game, Kevin, 9 and 10-year-olds down at Beardstown?
I think I know a couple people who might be able to update us.
Yeah, because did they start at 7 down there?
No, I believe they started at 8 as well.
Okay. All right. Here's the wind in the pitch by Hendricks, Little up to bat. First pitch to him, a ball. He's had a pretty decent tournament. Plays good first base, pitched a little bit. Left-handed hitter. 1-0 pitch. Fouled off that one to the left side. That'll make it 1-1.
Yeah, first 3 hitters, Little, Thurman, and Hardwick, brought to you by YN Agency.
Next pitch. Ball outside, going to make it 2-1.
It's good to see a lot of these boys going into 7th grade, and we'll be joining the junior high squad again. We had some success last year, so excited to see Jackson Hendricks on the bump, and we're going to need everything we can get. Dave Phelps does a nice job putting a hefty schedule for us together in a month, and yikesers. We need all the arms we can get. 3-1 count to Little.
And the pitch. Strike called on the inside corner.
And you see Little's got his feet right on the white line too, so really crowding that plate.
Left-handers tend to do that more than right-handers do. Here's the pitch.
Fouls that off his foot. Or kind of maybe his shin area, but doesn't matter, it hurts.
And Kevin, tell me if I'm wrong here, but the reason why you see that more today is there's more of an emphasis on that leg planted and getting the hips to come through, as opposed to the old days, everything came through at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, that probably has a little bit to do with it. I mean, in the major leagues, right, and you see some of these kids wearing the shin guards to the plate, and I told one of my boys the other day, I said, you wear one of those shin guards when you start seeing more sinkers. And in the major leagues, it makes sense because you see all that downward action sinker balls, and now you have the ability to foul that off your foot a lot more often. But when you crowd the plate, you're going to put yourself in a bad spot as Little goes down swinging on the full count, and Hendricks continues to pile up the strikeouts. 19 pitches for Hendricks, 46 so far for Ross.
That brings up Thurman. Austin Thurman, the third baseman, 1 out here in the bottom half of the second. Here's the pitch. Ball high.
Always, when I'm at a Little League game, I always wonder how many of these kids are wearing their dads or their brothers' jersey numbers, and how long are they going to try to wear that jersey number? As Hendricks pours another strike over the plate, 1-1 to Thurman. But I always find that interesting to see kind of how long you'll have that number throughout your whole career.
Ball. Well, I didn't have my dad's jersey number for football, but it was a tradition that the starting center wore 52.
Oh, 52. That's an interesting number.
Yep. I always liked them ball lucky number 13. Ball high. That's going to make it a 3-1 count.
Something with Hendricks right now I see is he's really falling off to the left side, and instead of kind of going right at Liam and finishing towards the catcher, he's really falling away from his pitch and leaving everything up.
Next pitch on the 3-1 count. Ball high. He'll walk that batter.
And it's hot out, and fatigue does set in, even with Little Leaguers, and it's something you got to really watch if you're Coach Sefton and Coach Casting over there. If you got another kid ready to go, I mean, sometimes the sooner the better, if you really see him start to struggle.
Next pitch by Ross showing bunt is Hardwick. His first time up. He's playing left field today. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Makes it a 1-1 count as he got the bat pulled back on the bunt. Here's the wind and the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. 1-2. The one thing I will tell you about Mr. Sean Volk, if it was a strike in the first inning, it's going to be a strike in the sixth inning.
Absolutely. All three umpires very consistent, and really lucky to have those guys, not just on the field, but a part of our community and a big part of what Brown County is,
Yeah, and even though they're from Brown County, there's nobody more unbiased that wants kids all over just to do well, and they pride themselves on calling a good ball game.
Yep, absolutely. Full count, Hendricks to Hardwick here. The payoff pitch will be on its way here shortly. 29 pitches for Jackson Hendricks.
Thurman went down to second base. Here's a pitch high, and the ball gets away, and the runner goes, Thurman goes to third base. So another base on balls. That's 2 in a row. And I would imagine Coach Sefton might be coming out just to calm things down here, I would think, in a few minutes.
Yeah, it's always tough, right? Because one mound visit per inning. The second one, if he really gets in trouble and he doesn't want to take Jackson out, now if you go out there twice, you got to take him out. And so when's the right time? And I think Jackson will let you know when it's time.
Ball high. First pitch to Dwight Gaffney. One-0 pitch on its getting ready to come. Ross looks, or I should say, Hendricks looks in, pitches high. He's coming in high. Runner goes down to second base. So we got runners at second and third. Hardwick down at second. Thurman at first. And the thing I remember, Kevin, from pitching, if you're high, usually because you're not following through and not extending that leg out far enough to get a follow through.
Yep, he's really got a kind of a short ground ball to shortstop. Gaffney's going to run it out, and we're going to have an error on Sefton at shortstop. But Gaffney probably was going to be safe anyways, but it did allow the runner to move over to third. Now Gaffney on the throw home is going to go to second, so it's going to be second and third, one out, and it's a 3-1 game, Steve.
You giving an error on that?
I got to give an error on that, unfortunately.
Okay. And that'll make it a 3-1 ball game. And guess what? That's your first walk that scored right there.
Yep.
Runners at second and third. We just have one out here. And that was actually a good pitch. He followed through and did everything. There's another good one, strike. And so, again, just remembering that follow-through happens because of that delivery foot on the front side. Get that out there, high. He didn't come fully through with it. And that becomes even more important as you get more slope on the mound. It'll help you a little bit, but you still got to.
Yeah, you have to finish down because this is flat ground, right? So you have to finish down I mean, but even on a mound, if you don't finish down, that ball is even going to go higher, and you're just going to have tail that goes up, and it's always up in the zone, and that's the worst case scenario when you get older.
Ball called. That'll be 3-1 on the count. And the thing about it is, the more you get on that steep mound, the more velocity you get from that downward motion.
If you're using your legs right, yeah.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Ball high, ball 4. Third walk this inning.
Swan takes the walk.
And Sefton's going to come out. We'll take a break. 3-1 on the scoreboard. I'll get that changed. We'll be back after these messages.
Culbertson is the heart of the communities we serve. As we introduce our new logo and refreshed brand, we want you to know that we pledge to maintain the highest quality standard of care you expect here at Culbertson Memorial Hospital. We continue to remain committed to our care promise. What is our care promise? Care that proves to our customers that we do our best to meet their needs. Attitudes that demonstrate that we are here to serve our communities. Respect for all who enter our doors. Exceed the expectations of our patient. Culbertson Memorial Hospital in Rushville, empowering your health and healing.
Stand ball to the plate. First pitch outside to Stand ball. Stand ball, dangerous hitter, and just a baseball mind. I'll tell you, Steve, when this kid was when he was 9, we were playing 9 and 10s, and I didn't know who he was, and I said to the other coaches, "Who is that kid at third base?" And next pitch across for a strike, 1-1, and it was Nathan Stanball. And I'll tell you, I've been impressed with just the way he competes all the time. He's just a great competitor, and always appreciate watching him play baseball. And a dead ball.
And that'll bring a run in, and I believe, if Coach Hoots told me right, that is an RBI when that happens.
Absolutely.
With a hit by pitch or a base on ball.
Or base on ball, yep.
And so that's going to make it a 3-2 ball game.
And that's, just the epitome of what we were talking about earlier, making sure that you're throwing the ball across the plate. And, really only one ball put in play so far this inning, and everything else has been walks or hit by pitches. Strike across to Brown as Brown steps up with the bases loaded.
Next pitch is ball outside.
Brown able to put one in the gap here. He's got some speed on the bases. Gaffney at third, Swan at second, and Stanball at first.
Here's the wind in the pitch. High and outside for ball 2. Be 2-1 on the count.
Ball up and out. 3-1 to Brown with the bases loaded. And just like that, after a great inning that Hendricks had, he's up to 45 pitches here in the second inning. Next pitch to Brown. Across the plate at the knees. It's going to be a full count. 46 pitches for both pitchers here in the second inning. 3-2. Brown County leads on that Cass Communications scoreboard. Hendricks to Brown outside. Got him swinging. 2 outs.
That's his third strikeout. Carter Ross, the pitcher, comes up, bases loaded. He can help his own cause out here, Kevin.
Yeah, in the first inning, he lined one to Nolan Sefton and hit it hard, but hit into a little bit of bad luck. So looking to avenge a tough first inning.
The wind and the pitch from Hendricks. Ball high, gets away from Flessner, but the runners all stay.
And really that surprises me with Gaffney down third base. And I see Coach Reich talking to him. You got to, especially in Little League, you have to anticipate that. So you have to come busting off the bag every single pitch, anticipating a pass ball.
And if it doesn't, you get back quick.
That's right.
Pitch. Ball high. Going to make it 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs here for Brown County. They just need the batter, and he can get out of a pretty tough inning, and if only 2 runs come in, that would be pretty good. Ball outside, that'll make it 3-0.
Remember, folks, Beardstown is the home team on the scoreboard tonight. Brown County lost the coin flip, so they are the guest in their home stadium. I'm going to call it a stadium with all the stadium seating out there and the trucks. And that's going to be ball 4 to Ross, and it's going to be a tie ball game as Gaffney comes across to score the 3rd Beardstown run of the inning.
And our 9th batter of the inning coming up. And that will be Caleb Surratt. He finished out the last inning. He'll be the 9th batter here. Michael Cassing going out to talk to his pitcher, see if he can calm his pitcher down, get him to throw some strikes here.
Yep, I love to see that. That's youth leadership at its finest. Hendricks struggling a little bit, but fellow 7th grader Cassing to the mound to give him some words of encouragement. And you know, it takes a lot of trust, and Hendricks has to trust his defense right here.
Hendricks steps back on. Here's the wind and the pitch. Strike called. Last time up, Caleb Surratt got struck out. And when you look from the strikeout side of things, he's pitched a good ball game. Ground ball back up the middle. Marker gets it, steps on second for the out. 4-run assisted, but not before Beardstown gets 3 runs. Did they even get one single? No hits.
No.
1 error and 3 left on base as we head to the top of the 3rd. It's 3-3 Beardstown and Brown County.
Hi, I'm Heather Henry, owner and instructor at Heather's Tumble and Tap in Mount Sterling, where we have been teaching dance to the children of Brown County and the surrounding areas since 1995. We offer classes in tap, jazz palm, tumbling, and offer an all-boys tumbling class for all those future Hornet athletes. At Heather's Tumble and Tap, we focus on fun, friends, and the fundamentals of dance in a non-competitive atmosphere. Follow us on Facebook to stay up to date on upcoming classes and events. Go Hornets!
The Mount Sterling Savings Center, a customer-owned savings bank offering online banking from your computer or mobile phone, allowing you access to your account on your schedule. The Mount Sterling Savings Center is a proud supporter of Brown County athletics. Mount Sterling Savings Center, conveniently located at 201 West Main, the intersections of routes 24 and 99, is a branch of the Beardstown Savings located at 301 South Main. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. At Henry Automotive, they believe in honest, hometown service. They have the latest in technology and tools and are equipped for any job. So, whether it's an oil change, scheduled maintenance, a check engine light, or a major repair, Doug and Darren Henry, your ASE certified mechanics, are standing by to get you back on the road. Henry Automotive, located at 1157 690 East Street, Mount Sterling. Just turn north at the KC Hall onto Damon Road. Drive 1.8 miles and look for the big blue and yellow sign. Call Henry Automotive at 773-9066. Once again, that's Henry Automotive at 773-9066.
Back with you on the broadcast as we head to the top of the 3rd. Brown County's first 3, Kevin.
First 3, it's going to be Markert, Sanchez, and Wolf here in the top of the 3rd. First pitch to Markert, up and in. Ball 1. Ross at 47 pitches. Hendricks at 53. Next pitch to Markert. Must have been outside or a little bit low. 2 balls, no strikes. Bradley has a ton of untapped baseball potential. Loved having him on the junior high squad last year. Played for me in Little League. And my goodness, he can fly, but he is fun to watch on the basketball court. 3-0 to Markert. Strike down central, 3-1 to Bradley. He didn't come from a family of any athleticism, though, so, you know. Ball up, and Markert will take the first walk of the inning. Sanchez going to try to drive him home. 3-3 here, top of the third. Sanchez steps in from the right side. Ross, first pitch, strike one, swinging. Henry Sanchez, brother to Roniel Sanchez. Had the pleasure of coaching Roniel last year in Little League. Great kids. Always at the ballpark. Throw down to first. Didn't get him on the, trying to throw behind the runner there. Marker, trying to catch him sleeping. You don't see too many kids riding their bikes around town anymore, but you love to see the Sanchez brothers riding around because they always have a baseball bat and looking for somebody to play baseball with. Strike three as Sanchez goes down looking. First out of the inning here in the top of the third. Marker on first.
I'm trying to get the scoreboard in a place where people can see it, Kevin, just so anybody wants to know why I'm not talking.
Wolf steps up to the plate, his second plate appearance. Strike one, swinging. And now you're starting to see Carter Ross mix in a little bit of some off-speed stuff as Marker, with a little bit of a delayed steal there, able to take second. Sanchez with the strikeout. Wolf with a no ball, one strike count on him. Marker at second. Ross to the plate. Popped foul, out of play. 2-strike count on Wolf. Beardstown traveled well tonight. Brown County, I can certainly hear their fans. That big play, Bradley Market play up the middle there. Heard the crowd get involved as Wolf goes down. And Ross with another curveball, but Bradley Marker being aggressive on the base pass. Surratt being a little lazy behind the plate, getting the ball back to Carter Ross and swiping third base there.
Sets up for Brown County to take the lead back, Kevin, with just one out here. All we need is something to happen.
Sefton to the plate. Ross delivers. And Markert's going to come in. And the plate, and he is safe. He gets under the tag. And it's going to be a 4-3 Brown County lead as Bradley Markert used his wheels to get Brown County a run there. 2 huge stolen bases and then a pass ball. I mean, that's how simple it is sometimes. You know, you speed kills in Little Leagues. Short bases, and Bradley made them pay.
Now, these are 60-foot bases, right, Kevin?
Correct.
And when they get to junior high, what's the base length?
80. And then in high school, they're 90.
20 feet difference between a kid will play here today that's a 7th grader.
Yep.
And in the next couple of weeks, he's got to play on 80-foot bases.
It looks like it takes him about 3 days to get there. It looks like it takes him forever to get there.
Good for the fielders, though.
Sure. Plenty of time, yep. Sefton goes down swinging. That's the third out of the inning, but not before Brown County strikes. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 walk. He came around to score. 4-3, Brown County leads.
Are you looking to start a career or just looking for a change? B&N Trucking offers many different driving options, ranging from home every night to home on the weekends. Apply online at bnntrucking.net or call us at 217-289-3555 to see what fits your needs. B&N Trucking, a family-owned local trucking company.
Brown County is a rural area, a little over 300 square miles. In a small community, you need somewhere where people can come and get access to materials.
The Brown County Public Library, this new library, will be a central space that really links our communities.
This new library is free access for everyone, all people within Brown County.
We can't do it without you.
This is your library.
Please donate.
Meet me at the library.
At Brown County State Bank, our interest is in the students of our community. We think it's important to reward students for their hard work. With our Hoorays for A program, students can earn cash for their savings account. Plus, the students in school will be entered into an annual grand prize contest. Stop in the Brown County State Bank for Hooray for A's rules. Brown County State Bank, 101 East Main Street, Mount Sterling, member FDIC, and equal opportunity lender.
Why you should want to drive for Dot, because Dot is the best company out there. It's hands down.
I feel like the 4-on, 4-off schedule is like one of the best schedules to have to work and still have free time.
Dot has given me the opportunity, put it in front of me, and all I had to do was jump on it. Been happy ever since.
It's been a fantastic ride.
Back with you. Kevin, our first three brought to you by Yingling Nissen Agency.
Little, Thurman, and Sorrells. Had a couple substitutions for Beardstown. We'll get to those here shortly. Tucker Sorrells will be in the game for Brody Hardwick in that third spot in this inning. First pitch is a ball outside from Hendricks. Second pitch as well, 2-0.
Now, Kevin, let's talk about pitching a little bit here.
Sure.
Well, we got a second. Once they go over 35 pitches, they got to have a day's rest. So if you pitch over 35 pitches, you're not available for tomorrow night's ball game. So you wouldn't be available until Thursday, correct?
Anything over 20. So
okay.
So if you don't threshold at 20, right? 35 is 1 day's rest. So if you threw 35 today is Tuesday, right? You couldn't throw till Thursday.
Okay. Ball hit to the left-hand side. Marker gets his glove on it, but he can't come up with it. And I'm going to call that a hit, Kevin, because that would have been an amazing, amazing catch if he had made that.
Yep, Little with a base hit there. Good start to the inning for Beardstown, but on the bright side for Hendricks, if you get someone hits the ball, that means you're throwing strikes, and that's what he needs to do right now. Base on, hit him in the head, didn't it?
Yep.
Hit him in the helmet.
If this was the major leagues, I would say that's retaliation.
Somebody's charging. There's been a few of those up and in both ways.
Cardinal game still 7-1. Atlanta leading 7-1. So next threshold for is
so it's 35, 50, which is 2 days rest, and then 65, 3 days rest, and then anything over 65 is 4 days rest. So
and 85 pitches, you're basically done for four days rest.
Yep.
So if you pitch on Monday, you cannot pitch again until Saturday.
Yep.
Okay. Now, does that start over if they would happen to go to the next level in the tournaments, or everything counts?
Yeah, so if you had a rain out and you had to finish your tournament on a Wednesday and you were supposed to play your sub-state pass ball, runner's going to advance, it's the entire tournament. So you're going to continue to have to threshold a kid so he can pitch on Saturday or whatever that looks like. So it does carry over from tournament to tournament. And it's all about protecting the kids' arms. And Steve, I'm sure when you were younger, there was none of that, right? You could throw 160 pitches if you wanted to.
Nope. Actually, 40 years, 50 years ago, no, we had pitch limitations. It was within a week, though. So many pitches within a week. So, like these guys get 85 if they've had enough rest. If it was
another hit by pitch, as Sorrells is going to trot down to first.
That'll load the bases up. No, let's say it was 100 pitches for the week, that 100 happened no matter what. But once your 100 pitches were done, you were done.
No,
excuse me. It wasn't even pitches. It was innings pitched. You had X amount of innings you could pitch in a week.
There was none of that 25 years ago when I was playing, and so I'm happy to see it, and it makes it the chess game that is Little League is important for these managers to kind of manage through some of that stuff.
All right, we're going to have a pitch and change. We'll be back after these messages.
Casting Lumber Company, your do-it-best quality paints dealer, mixes unique paint colors for any project. Bring a sample of your pillows, curtains, or other items, and Castings will scan them into their computer. Mix your unique color of do-it-best quality paint and save the information. Need a special gift? Castings Gift Department has gifts for everyone. Casting Lumber Company, hometown family-owned lumber and hardware store, supporting hometown schools and families for 45 years. Route 99 South, Mount Sterling. Call 217-773-2611. Culbertson is the heart of the communities we serve. As we introduce our new logo and refreshed brand, we want you to know that we pledge to maintain the highest quality standard of care you expect here at Culbertson Memorial Hospital. We continue to remain committed to our care promise. What is our care promise? Care that proves to our customers that we do our best to meet their needs. Attitudes that demonstrate that we are here to serve our communities. Respect for all who enter our doors. Exceed the expectations of our patient. Culbertson Memorial Hospital in Rushville, empowering your health and healing.
The Ray Insurance Agency is an independent insurance agency in Mount Sterling. We offer competitively priced insurance products that fit the needs of you and your family. We specialize in personal, commercial, and agribusiness insurance products. So call me, Brad Casting, today at 217-773-3851 for a free quote and risk assessment. We are located at 128 West Main Street in Mount Sterling. Our phone number is 217-773-3851.
Back with you on BC Hornet Sports. We've got some changes out there. It looks like Wolf is going to come in. Royal Wolf to the pitcher's mound. Sefton's going to move out to center field. And Hendricks will move to his shortstop position. He inherits runners on base, Kevin. 3 runners on base, nobody out. 2 hit by pitch and 1 base hit.
Got Jonah Beheimer into the game for Gaffney, so he'll be the pinch hitter here. He'll go play the field for a couple innings. Ball in the dirt, first pitch from Wolf, and that brings up another interesting, complexity to Little League, right? Is depending on how many kids you bring on your all-star team, your subs have to get in, they have to get in the bat, and they have to get a couple innings in the field as well. Ball inside, pass ball, runner from third is coming home. He's safe. Flessner struggled to get that one out from the backstop there, so we got a tie ball game, 4-4. Wolf comes in, throw 2 straight balls, 1 pass ball, and it's 4-4 here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, what'd you say? A substitution, it's 12, basically 12 and under.
Yep.
They have to have 1 at bat and have to play the field 6 outs, correct?
6 consecutive outs. So 2 full innings in the field defensively, and then if you take 13, that roster only has to get 1 at bat.
The wind and the pitch by Wolf. Here it is, outside for a ball.
3-1.
It's not only hard on the pitcher when the pitcher can't find the strike zone and struggles, but it's a workout for the catchers behind the plate.
Yeah, for sure, and it's tough on the defense as well, right? And you guys, you got 8 other kids out there, 7 of them who aren't really involved in any of the plays, and it makes it tough to be down and ready every single pitch when you haven't seen much action.
Well, we talked about that the other day, that it's best when a pitcher works quickly and is throwing strikes because it keeps everybody awake in the ballgame.
Absolutely.
Here's the wind and a pitch by Wolf. Strike called. Steps back on. The batter, Guzman's back in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ball makes it, oh no, called strike. Okay. Must have had some movement on it.
Must have.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Ball makes it 1-2.
The Wolf does have a really uncomfortable arm slot, even for a right-hander. He's kind of a sidearm, and he kind of whips it in there a little bit. He's not over the top. And so that can make right-handers uncomfortable, even though it's coming from the other side of the box. Guzman goes down swinging, and that's I'm not really sure what just happened there.
He tagged the base. Is there a force out there?
Oh, no force out there.
It wasn't 2 outs, so he's out automatically. Runner comes on his own, so all he had to do was tag him, and they'd been out.
But he didn't tag him, right?
Nope.
So that run should count.
The run does count. Goes down as a strikeout. And it's going to be a 5-4 ball game. Guzman strikes out.
Run does count.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a mix-up there, right? So bases were loaded, which means there's no first base is occupied, and drop third strike, null and void, right? So the batter is automatically out.
Well, first base cannot be occupied with less than 2 outs. With 2 outs, it can be occupied, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
If it's occupied with 2 outs, there's still the drop third that's in play. And in this case, I think Liam got a little bit confused, stepped on home plate, kind of thinking it was a force out, right? And and unfortunately, the runner ran right past him.
Yeah, all he had to do was tag him, and we'd had 2 outs.
Yep.
And so that's the reason why, as coaches, I don't know about you, but I taught my kids, you run on third strike no matter what.
Also, Steve, really quickly, I think did they intentionally walk Stanball? They did. Okay.
Okay.
So we missed that. Very smart play there. As I would likely have done the same thing. As Stanball's probably Beardstown's best hitter at this point.
Sorry about that, folks. Brown goes down with the strikeout. That's 2 strikeouts for the pitcher.
So you have Sorrells on third, Beheimer on second, Stanball on first, and it'll be Carter Ross to the plate.
Yeah, so back to that subject. I always taught my kids you run on third strike no matter what. You let the umpire tell you you're out.
Sure.
Because it causes exactly what happened right there. When you don't run, everybody knows what to do.
Yep. Yep, and you'll see, it's a classic. Kids want to do the right thing, and so a lot of times before that play ever happens, I'll kill that play, and I'll tell my catcher, hey, no, drop third is rough,
hit
drive
the
one.
right center field. That's going to get out of here. No, it's off the fence. It's going to be at least a double, going to score at least 3 runs. That's going to be an 3 RBI. Double. As it scores Stanball, it scores Sorrells, and it scores Beheimer. So they've scored 5 runs in this inning. That make the score 8-4. Beardstown leading 8-4. The wind by Wolf and the pitch. Strike called. That'll make it 0-1.
And we talked about it. I mean, Brown County out to an early 3-0 lead. Then it's 3-3. Then it's 4-3. And you just don't know. Ground ball up the middle. Hendricks boots it. It's going to go to the outfield. And here comes Ross. Sefton throws one up the third baseline. Sorrells headed for third. Stand up. I won't call it a triple. I'll call it a single and a 2-base error as Sorrells with an RBI. And he winds up on third base in scoring position with 2 outs, 9-4. Beardstown has came to the plate this inning and done some damage.
And this is what they did at the beginning of the ball game yesterday against Rushville, and got a very demanding lead out there. Rushville kept coming back. It ended up being a 12-7 ball game, as I remember it yesterday. But Beardstown was up like 8-0 at the beginning of that ball game.
Surratt on third base, Little to the plate. I think I said Sorrels, but Surratt is on third.
And our score sheets just went to pot here.
I don't like that. I hate when I have to overlap
Scratch out. Yep. Ball again. That's going to be 2 balls, no strikes. Keep waiting for the Cardinals to do exactly what Beardstown's doing, and it's not happening. Anything from the 9 and 10-year-olds.
I forgot to check, Steve, to be really honest with you.
That was fouled off. Makes it 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike to the left-handed hitting Little. So far in this ball game, he's struck out and had a base hit. In this inning, he had the base hit. Number 10 batter. Strike called. That'll make it 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Beardstown leading 9-4 on the Cass Communications scoreboard. Runner at 3rd. Here's the pitch. Ball low. Runner comes, scores. Surratt scores from 3rd base, making it a 10-4 ball game. Little steps back in. He's got a 3-2 count. Wolf winds. Here's the pitch. Ball. He walks. That'll bring Austin Thurman. Here's the wind by Wolf and the pitch, strike 1. And this is one of those cases, Kevin, your subs could actually get 2 bats if you only intended 1 because they still got to play the 6 outs in the field.
Yep. Now, in the case of a short game, right, let's say Beardstown goes on a run here, those subs don't have to get their minimum play. That's null and void if you have a short game. So.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday because we thought that's what was going to happen yesterday, and guess what? Let's talk about it again, and it won't happen.
And in that case, if it's a long game and it goes 6 innings and you don't get your minimum play, unfortunately, the tournament director has to eject the coach who didn't get the player in the game.
And they're out for the rest of the tournament.
We have a really tough tournament director
Base
here.
hit to the right side. That bounds in. Runner's going to go from 1st to 3rd on that. That'll be a little over to 3rd base. He's got some wheels. Base hit for Thurman. And that'll make 1st and 3rd with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Tucker Sorrels for his 2nd at bat. Let me make my little line mark here for these guys.
Sorrels got this all started
with a hit.
With a hit by pitch.
Steps in from the right-hand side. Here's the pitch. Ball gets away from the catcher. Nobody comes. Runner goes to 2nd base. And so you didn't have anything from your sources over at Beardstown?
I just did shoot a text message out there to see what we could find out.
Ball low. That's going to make it 2 balls and no strikes. Wolf in his 1st inning of work. Hit. 2nd baseman Markert over to Cassing for the out and the 3rd out. So that was 4-3 on the out, but not before Beardstown scores 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runs.
Beardstown 10.
On 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 hits, Kevin. Is that what you've got?
That's what I had.
Do we have any errors? Yeah, we
one
had
error.
1 error.
Yep.
And we left 2 on base.
Yep.
So as we head to the top half of the 4th, it's Beardstown 10 and Brown County 4. We'll be back.
Main Street Repair and Terry Ham have the reputation of being the best at front-end alignments in the area. With 20 years of experience, Terry is the person that customers and auto repair professionals refer their friends and customers to. But alignments are not the only thing that they do at the Main Street Repair. They repair steering and suspension issues, install leveling and lift kits, repair and replace brakes and tires, do oil changes, as well as minor engine and miscellaneous repairs. Main Street Repair at 216 West Main Street in Mount Sterling. Call for your appointment today at 217-773-3848. Once again, that's 217-773-3848.
When it comes to handling your taxes, ever feel a bit taxed? If so, why not give yourself some well-deserved tax relief and visit Larry Dunn Accounting. Larry and his staff have been helping clients with tax return preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, sales tax, and business consultation since 1980. Put their experience to work for you today. After almost 5 decades in business, their number one priority remains building long-term relationships. Larry Dunn Accounting, 443 East Main Street in Mount Sterling, or call 217-773-3400.
Steve Surratt, Kevin Dieterle back with you. First 3 this time for Brown County.
It's going to be the substitute, Tyler Schaus, in for Ty Roberts, Micah Ham, and Liam Flessner.
Schaus from the right-hand side. Wasn't familiar with Tyler. Yeah, his brother, I'm a little more. Isn't that Dylan Schaus?
It
Ball
is.
Popped up back to the pitcher, and he makes the out as Ross gets the out. Micah Ham, he popped up to the right fielder back in the first.
Ross has really settled in after a big first inning, 64 pitches here in the top of the 4th.
Strike called.
Seeing a few more breaking balls here from Ross as well, kind of keeping those hitters off balance, and he's been able to throw it for a strike.
First pitch was a strike. Next pitch, ball high. Makes it 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the wind and the pitch. Strike called. That'll make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, two strikes. Here's the wind and the pitch. Strike 3 called. Got caught looking. Adds to a strikeout total. Number 9.
Flessner with a double. A strikeout, but a double in the first inning as he waves at the first one. No balls, 1 strike.
Steps in from the right side. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ball high, 1-1. The wind and a pitch by Ross. Swing and a miss. Makes it 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Catcher, let's see.
Stanball's back there now.
Stanball's back there, yep. Surratt moved out to third, probably third or short. Here's the wind and the pitch. And they did that. Again, Kevin, let's do a rule here. If he'd caught the 4th inning.
He can't go to the mound, so.
And this is the 4th inning, and people will say, well, you need to change that on the scoreboard.
And Flessner goes down looking. So we're going to go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Brown County trails 10-4 on the Cass Communications scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Interested in solar for your home? Confused by the information available on the savings and tax credits available? Or if any of the options will work for you? Call Scranton Heating and Cooling at 217-773-2626 and let the Comfort Man take away the confusion and plan the best system for your home or business. They will visit your home or business, evaluate your unique situation, Then Scranton's will sit down with you and discuss each option, giving personal service and planning from Scranton Heating and Cooling. Visit them on the web at comfortman.com.
Why you should want to drive for Dot, because Dot is the best company out there. It's hands down.
I feel like the 4-on-4 off schedule is like one of the best schedules to have to work and still have free time.
Dot has given me the opportunity, put it in front of me, and all I had to do was jump on it. Been happy ever since.
It's been a fantastic ride.
Back with you on BC Hornet Sports, your source for Brown County sports and more. As we head to the bottom of the fourth, it is Beardstown 10 and Brown County 4. And actually, Kevin, Beardstown, if they'd score 4 runs, this game would be over with.
Well, and the first 3 brought to you by Hawaiian Agency. It's going to be Beheimer, Guzman, and Stanball.
And it's one of those in-between things. For Beardstown, not going to change a whole lot pitching the way Ross is pitching. But for Brown County, actually, if we're going to lose the ball game, let's lose the shortened ball game and save pitchers for tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know that makes no sense to a lot of people, but you know, at a certain point, you kind of got to cut your losses and make sure that you're set up to go tomorrow night, right? And you can't burn through a bunch now. Ross is about 11 pitches away from 85, so I think that's why, you know, we saw them move Surratt out to short, and so he'll be kind of their cleanup guy, their closer tonight, my assumption is, and I expect Royal Wolf to kind of pitch the end of this ball game for Brown County.
Yeah, because Surratt, I think, only pitched 20 pitches or less yesterday. So it makes him eligible, correct?
Yep.
Okay. All right, steps in. The Wolf throws first ball. First ball to
Jonah Beheimer.
Here's the wind in the pitch. Strike called. Second one makes it 1-1. Wolf back on the mound. The wind and the pitch. Ball makes it 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Bottom of the fourth, 10-4 ball game. Beardstown leading Brown County. Ball outside makes it 3-1. Beardstown wins this game tonight. We come back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for the actual final game.
Yep.
Because both teams will have 1 loss. Winner of that game takes it all.
Full count to Beheimer.
Stretch in the pitch. Strikeout. That'll bring up Guzman unless they've... No, he would still be in because he hadn't got his 6 outs yet.
That's right.
Here's the stretch in the pitch. Ball in the dirt. Ball 1. Now we switch catchers too. Is that Sefton's
back there? Yep. So probably moving Liam out. So if they need somebody to clean it up, the youngster can go to the mound. And I believe he's out in center field now.
Okay. Ball makes it 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. The wind, here's the pitch. Hit to the right side. Marker gets to that, throws over to Cassing, and that's a 4-3 on the out for Guzman. That'll be the second out of the inning.
Up to bat for Beardstown, number 1, Nate Stanball.
Stanball's hit the ball to right field, got out, base on balls with an RBI on that base on balls, and then another base on balls and scored. Here's the pitch. Ball. Here's the wind and the pitch. Ball outside. No, called strike. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch. Ball outside. That'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Nobody on base. The wind by Wolf. The pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. That's going to be Hendricks. Throws over to first to Cassing. And that's out. 6-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base as we head to the top of the 5th. It's Beardstown 10 and Brown County 4.
Hi, Chad Yingling here with Yingling and Nissen Insurance.
And Mike Yingling, also with Yingling and Nissen Insurance. Tell me about home and auto packages. It looks like we've had some companies with pretty competitive rates here the last few months.
We've done a lot of quotes here in the last few weeks. I've saved anywhere from $600 to even $1,200 off their annual premium. Been doing really well and saving people a lot of money and providing them excellent coverage.
Pretty competitive on the home and auto stuff if people want to quote.
We'd love to take a look at your stuff, give you a quote, and hopefully save you a bunch of money. Give us a call at 217-773-3397.
Brown County is a rural area, a little over 300 square miles. In a small community, you need somewhere where people can come and get access to materials.
The Brown County Public Library, this new library, will be a central space that really links our communities.
This new library is free access for everyone, all people within Brown County.
We can't do it without you.
This is your library.
Please donate.
Meet me at the library.
Back with you, top of the 5th inning. And Kevin will give you your first 3.
First 3, looks like it's going to be Jackson Hendricks, Michael Cassing, Bradley Markert, and Steve. Quick update over in Beardstown, 9 and 10-year-old district finals, Brown County Trails. And I got to check my text again. I believe it said 12-1. 12-1, bottom of 4. So hopefully Brown County can strike as
Hendricks. The ball, Surratt picks that up by hand, throws at first, and Hendricks just too quick, Kevin.
Yeah, that's 60-foot bases at its finest, Steve. Surratt made a great play, barehanded, and Hendricks able to beat that out. Big first base runner for Brown County here in the top of the 5th.
Well, and give him a heads up there. He knew that the only way he was going to get that guy was barehanding that ball.
Yep.
So I had nothing to lose by doing that. Throw back down to first base on the back door. Gets away from the first baseman. There goes Hendricks into second base. I'd like to see Brown County's bats come alive like it did in the first inning, get back in this ball game. To put it this way, if we're going to play a full ball game, let's get a win.
Might as well, yep.
The wind and the pitch. Ball high. Up to 79 pitches, so he's got about 6 pitches left.
He can go beyond that to finish the batter.
Right.
So.
The wind. Here's the pitch. Ball called. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. The wind and the pitch. Fouled that one off, 2-2. I understand from talking with people that numbers are up in the Brown County Little League as far as teams are concerned, particularly down on our lower levels.
Yeah, down on the lower levels, it's great. Unfortunately, I think the 11 and 12-year-old, we only had 2 teams this year, which last year we had 3. Let's see, that's going to be a ball for Casting. It's going to run that count to full, but yeah, I mean, overall, right, COVID had kind of put a damper on Little League for a year, and it's back in full force, and very grateful for all the volunteers. As the ball outside to Casting, it's going to be the first 2 have reached base here in the top of the 5th for Brown County. They're trying to make a little bit of a push here, But you know, when you look at the district finals and being able to host it, it doesn't take one person. It takes an army, and we're greatly appreciative of everyone who volunteers on the board and who is actively participating. Bradley Marker to the plate takes a strike, but it takes a bunch of people, Steve, to make this stuff happen. And you know, Ryan is the director of this tournament. We appreciate him for stepping up and doing all that he does. So.
And with that, understand we need somebody for the scoreboard. We got to have somebody doing pitch count. We have an announcer. We have a scorebook keeper, umpires. We have people cooking outside.
Yep.
We've got concession stand help. And here's it. Our little leaguers, we've got some enthusiastic little leaguers. Strike 3 for a marker to go down. But they go around and collect money to help pay for the banners and stuff that they give away for the district tournament. But I've seen high school kids here. I've seen junior high kids, no longer in the Little League program, but helping out downstairs.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a million different ways. We're going to get a pitching change. The Strat's going to come in. But before we go to break, you know, I just want to tell you, if you're listening, you come to the ballpark and you bring your kids or whatever, you can be a volunteer by just making your kids throw their trash away. Well, when we come here and we pick up and we throw trash away, we're volunteers. And we would greatly appreciate all the help we can get. And it's not fun, but we do it because we love the Little League. We love this diamond. We love our fans and our players. But help us out a little bit. Throw your stuff away and make our jobs a little bit easier.
Yeah, if you're down here during the day, kids use this diamond all the time. Pick up the trash that you see.
Yeah, it's that simple. And just remember, we're volunteers. We're not getting paid to do this. You don't get paid to be on the Brown County Little League board. We do it because we love our community, and we'd ask for everybody to help us out.
All right, we'll take a quick break.
KLC Inc. They are an apparel shop that specializes in screen printing, embroidery, custom and team apparel, promotional products, fundraising items, home decor, and personalization of almost anything. They strive to make the customer number one and get the customer the professional results that they are looking for. KLC Inc. at 509 Pittsfield Road, or call them at 217-773-9090. KLC Inc. You think it, we ink it.
Napa Know. Hello, Earl Flack, your locally owned McCain Napa Auto Parts store in Mount Sterling, Illinois. Let's talk about July savings. That's right. How about a Napa bucket? Buy a Napa 5-gallon bucket for $5.49. Get 20% off on 3 or more items you can fit in a bucket. Also, Napa full synthetic oil on sale. $4.99 a quart, $22.49 for a 5-quart. Even have the high mileage for those ones starting to put some miles on the car. $3.99.
Welcome back. Kevin Dieterle, Steve Surratt. 5th inning action. 10-4 Beardstown on top. Pitch and change for Beardstown. It's going to be Caleb Surratt on the bump now. Stand ball, the battery mate behind the plate. Sanchez steps into the box. Foul ball out of play. 1-1 is the count.
And I'm looking at the shortstop, Kevin, is
Ross.
His normal position when Stanball's not there. Runners move up on a pass ball. Second, third, 1 out. 2 balls, 1 strike on Sanchez. Sanchez, here's the pitch, pops up, foul. Surratt steps back in. Here's the wind and the pitch. Outside for a ball. Runner doesn't come.
Yeah, that's it.
Can't afford to run yourself out right now either, Kevin.
Your run does not matter at this point. If it's not a sure thing, that ball doesn't go across the street on a pass ball, you don't move.
Here's the wind in the pitch by Surratt. Swing and strikeout for Sanchez for the second out. Bring up Royal Wolf. Royal Wolf today has done a base on balls and a strikeout. Wolf, the pitcher now. Got a timeout as the first baseman needs to tie his shoes. Kevin, top of the ninth, Cardinal game, 7-1. Hasn't changed anything since we started watching it.
No, they have a tough road trip ahead of them out east, and you know, it's I don't know, as good as I think they could be. They're certainly in a little bit of a slump right now.
And the pitch, ball, or no? Yep, ball one. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Surratt. Strike called, make it a 1-1.
Lot of, you know, it's a 6-run game, so I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but a lot of interesting scenarios are rolling through my head. And I think there's a lot of interesting matchups as pass the ball, Hendricks speeds home, and he's going to be safe, gets under the tag. That makes it a 5-run game, 10-5. Brown County still trails, but continue to nibble away and try to win innings.
Yeah, small victories at this point. You forget about the bad innings you've had. You have positive innings, so you can take those positive innings into that next ball game.
That's right.
It's how you finish is going to decide how you start the next ball game.
It's even at this age, it's all about momentum. I tell my 13-year-olds that all the time. You know, if you have a bad inning and you let it eat at you, then that team has the momentum, and their fans have the momentum, and especially in this, I mean, the outfield is lined with Beardstown fans, Brown County fans underneath us, but which ones are going to be louder, and that does affect kids.
Oh,
it
yeah.
affects major leaguers. You know, you think about the playoffs and how loud it gets sometimes, and it plays a huge factor. So you want to end up on top even if it's a losing cause. And strike 2 to Wolf, that's going to make it,
ball.
Ball, okay, I thought he gave him a strike count there, so 2 on, 2 out here, top of the 5th.
With a healthy Michael Cassing would have been home on that pass ball, or at least tried.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to watch him try to run right now. I don't know exactly. I think, you know, Matt said earlier that he maybe got stepped on or something like that, but you know, he's kind of the guy tomorrow if there's an if game. So hopefully he can kind of battle through that and heal up, I guess. I don't know, get in the whirlpool, do whatever you got to do, man, but
tape it up.
You're the dude tomorrow, so.
Here's the wind and the pitch. Strike called. That's going to be 2 strikes. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second or first and third. Got a 10-5 ball game. Brown County down by 5 runs. Here's the pitch. Fouled off.
Oh, that's
a swing. Third strike. Gassing
not able to beat it out.
Nope.
Casting run not going to count. That's going to take us to the bottom of the 5th, 10-5 on the Cass Communications scoreboard. Brown County trails. We'll be back.
Cents a quart or $18.99 for conventional oil. Get the good stuff at Napa Know-How.
At Henry Automotive, they believe in honest, hometown service. They have the latest in technology and tools and are equipped for any job. So, whether it's an oil change, scheduled maintenance, a check engine light, or a major repair, Doug and Darren Henry, your ASE certified mechanics, are standing by to get you back on the road. Henry Automotive, located at 1157 690 East Street, Mount Sterling. Just turn north at the KC Hall onto Damon Road. Drive 1.8 miles and look for the big blue and yellow sign. Call Henry Automotive at 773-9066. Once again, that's Henry Automotive at 773-9066.
West Central Bank wishes each of the district all-star teams good luck. Why not bank where you're more than a number? You're a member of a family. At West Central Bank, we pride ourselves in great customer service, having a friendly, helpful staff, and products to fit your needs. Visit any of our locations in Ashland, Beardstown, Rushville, and Springfield to see how we can help you achieve your financial goals. West Central Bank, banking for your future, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Back with you on BC Hornet Sports, your source for Brown County sports and more. As we head to the bottom half of the 5th, it's Beardstown 10 and Brown County 5 in 11-12-year-old Little League Baseball. If Beardstown wins, we'll be back here tomorrow night to play again, the same teams. If Brown County wins, they win the tournament. And last we heard from Beardstown, our 9 and 10s were...
It's over, 12-1, yeah. So it looks like we may have 2 legitimate championships on our hands tomorrow night.
All right. Royal Wolf on the mound. He's in for his, let's see, he's worked the 3rd, 4th, and now going to work the 5th. With that, Beardstown re-entered all their starters back in. So Hardwick's back in, Gaffney's back in, and Swan is in.
First 3 in this inning brought to you by Wyatt Agency. It's going to be Kellen Brown, Carter Ross, and Caleb Surratt for Beardstown.
Leading off for Beardstown, number 40, Kellen Brown.
2, 3, 4 hitters, Kevin. Brown in from the left-hand side. They're going to say he offered at it as he tried to get his way out of it. His bat was still down there, and that's a good call.
All of those interesting pitching scenarios are coming to play tomorrow night, Steve.
Foul ball, strike 2.
Unless Brown County can pull out a win here, down 5 with, they have 3 outs to go. You used Royal Wolf tonight, and Jackson Hendricks will be unavailable, so it'll be interesting to see what's left in the pipeline for Coach Sefton and Coach Cassing.
Yeah, Bradley Markert did 87 pitches, so he's not available to pitch tomorrow. And Wagner was not here. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting.
Yep.
And this is the hard part. Brown County's coming out of the winner's bracket with an extra day off.
Yeah, and you think about that, right? And it's the way these tournaments can be set up. I mean, even if you have to play that first game, if you get a day off like Beardstown had, that's a true advantage. They played a game, then they had a day off. You could throw 35, 35, 35, and come back and have all your pitchers available for that next game. So, unfortunately, this is kind of what you get into with Little League and pitch counts, and it's mano-a-mano tomorrow night probably.
Well, and the other thing, I'll go back, Kevin, as that's a ball, makes it a 1-0 count. The more teams you have means you have to have more pitchers that pitch in the regular season.
Sure.
So when you go from 3 teams to 2, you actually reduce the number of pitchers that you need to have on a team.
Yep.
And so you don't develop, which is what you need to do in Little League. You need to develop pitchers. And the best way to do that is get kids out, get multiple teams. I can remember years when we had 4 teams in the 11 and 12-year-old. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, popped up into right field, and it's a fair ball. As it goes to the fence, they get it back in, and that'll be a double.
Ross with the double. That'll bring up number 4, Caleb Surratt.
And Brown, what did he do, Steve?
Brown, is that a base on balls?
Well, he's not out there, so I'm assuming he struck out maybe.
Oh, struck out, yeah. But we got 1 out, sorry. Yeah, he did. And then we got a double by Ross. Surratt up, he's struck out, grounded to the second baseman, and had a base hit with an RBI. Scored. 1-1 count to him. Here's the wind and the pitch. Ground ball, foul. That'll make it 1-2.
Interesting game over in Beardstown tomorrow night. Macomb and Brown County for the district title in the 9 and 10s, and I can tell you, nobody wants that more than Coach Hoots and those 9 and 10-year-old boys. As we watched a heck of a run for the Brown County High School boys, and his boys were there every step of the way, and so they want to carry that tradition on, and I'm excited for that game. And unfortunately, they're at the exact same times as the if game for us as well over here in Brown County. First time we've been able to host the 11 and 12-year-old All-Star game for quite a while, at least 4 years. We never got that opportunity, so cool opportunity for everybody to do that. We've got a
Guzman coming in to run for Ross. That'll be that pinch runner rule. Special pinch runner, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The wind and the pitch. Fouled off. He hit that one off the ground. That'll make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wolf steps back on, works quickly. Here's the pitch. Ball outside, makes it 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss. Third strike missed. He's going to make it down to first base, and the runner's going to go to third. Pitcher still gets credit for a strikeout on that. That seems always odd to me, but it's an error. It's either a wild pitch or a pass ball. So that brings up Little from the left-hand side. He's not crowding the plate as much with Royal on the mound.
Not quite as comfortable, is he?
No. Runner goes down to second. There's 2 reasons, we talked about it earlier, why you want to send that runner. If the batter strikes out and first base is not occupied, that third strike rule comes into play. So you want to keep first base and keep the force out off. There's two reasons why you want that runner to second base. 1-1 the count, 1 out, runners at second and third. Here's the pitch. Ball gets away, and Guzman scores. And that'll make it 11-5. That moves the count to 2 balls, 1 strike, and thus why Little is not so close to the plate right there.
Yep. High and tight there, last pitch.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the first baseman, Cassing. He gets over to first, tags the runner, and Surratt crosses the plate. So that's going to be a sacrifice with less than 2 outs. And another RBI for Tyson Little. Stay tuned at the end of the ball game. We'll have the Mount Sterling IGA postgame show, 200 Pittsfield Road, Mount Sterling. Great place for lunch. Check out their daily deli specials. Swing and a miss for a strike there. Here's the wind and the pitch. That's called strike 2. Here's the wind and the pitch. Strike 3. That'll be the third out of the inning. So with that, that'll be 2 runs on 1 hit. We got to have an error on the catcher or somebody on that pass ball, and 1 left on base. As we head to the top half of the 7th, it is Beardstown 12 and Brown County 5.
Sharing a big family moment, working hard from home, relaxing with a friend. Welcome to life in the broadband age, where reliable internet has never been more important. Cascom keeps your family connected with consistent speeds up to 1 gig and Plume whole home adaptive Wi-Fi. Make sure your home's ready for life in the broadband age. Call our local service team or visit us online at cascom.com.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care.
Shouts up to the plate for Brown County. here in the top of the sixth. 12-5, Beardstown leads on the Cass Communications scoreboard. Surratt still on the bump. Stanball receiving. Schaus his second at bat. Flied out to the pitcher his first at bat.
So, Kevin, do you threshold him at 20?
Can't
Oh,
pitch
can't pitch tomorrow.
anyways.
He's
Yep.
already pitched 2 days in a row.
Yep.
Okay. Yep, I forgot about that. Okay.
Ball
Again,
three.
all those nuances.
Yeah, there's a lot to it, and that'll keep a coach up.
Here's the wind in the pitch. Ball. That's ball 4. Schaus gets a walk.
That'll bring up number 10, Micah Ham.
Micah Ham hit to right field and got caught looking on a third strike in the 4th. Brown County needs to string a few base runners here together, Kevin.
Yeah, just something to get some momentum going, and you're going to see Surratt the rest of the game like Mr. McNeff, informed us. He pitched last night, and even if you throw 20-20-20, after you throw 2 consecutive days, no matter how many pitches, it doesn't matter. You have to sit a day. So unavailable for tomorrow night. So you're going to see him probably till the end.
Well, that keeps people from doing 20-20-20-20 because you got warm-ups in there in that time, and again, number of pitches on a kid's arm.
Sure, and that wasn't a rule probably 6-7 years ago. And you could go 20-20. If you had 4 power pitchers, you never got through them. You were always seeing them every single game, and you kind of hope they would have a bad inning, and maybe you'd have to burn one, but it didn't happen very often.
Here's the pitch, ball high. And Schaus goes to third.
He got
and
thrown out.
Is out.
Schaus gets thrown out at third.
Cardinal rule. First or last at third. Can't do it. But love the aggressiveness there. And we're going to get a mound visit here.
Okay, with that, we'll just let you know what the post-game is coming up. Post-game show going to be brought to you by your Mount Sterling IGA, 200 Pittsfield Road, Mount Sterling. Stop in and check out their daily lunch specials. Then our players of the ball game brought to you by Casting Lumber Company, your hometown family-owned lumber and do-it-best hardware store, helping to build our community for well over 45 years. Casting Lumber Company, Route 99 South Mount Sterling, call 773-2611. And then while the offensive player of the ball game, or just a player of the ball game, by KLC Inc., 509 Pittsfield Road, Mount Sterling, call 773-9090. KLC Inc., you think it, we ink it.
Ham back up to the plate, 3-1 count. And he's going to take his base. Micah Ham draws a walk. His first time on base tonight.
That'll bring up number 88, Liam Flessner.
Flessner's had a double his first time up and scored and struck out a couple of times tonight.
Yep.
Surratt with the delivery. Here's the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. And again, that was a strike in inning 1, and it's a strike in inning 6.
That's right.
Here's the wind and the pitch. Ball. And Kevin, a little different. I didn't do it till older. I didn't teach my son probably till about this level. Take that outside low pitch, just dump her into right field. Just go down after the ball.
Sure, and in today's baseball, that's is something that it's hard to get kids to do because they hear so much about launch angle and exit velo and all these different things, and it doesn't look great if you dump a ball down the right field line, but shows up in that scorebook as a screaming single. But it's hard to teach, and to get a kid to stay in on that ball, let it travel a little deeper in the zone, and then take it that way is really tough.
And we've seen a couple of opposite field home runs on some of those pitches where they have gone down, and if your bat speed's there and you make contact,
it can go further than just that dump single.
Sure, absolutely. We had, we played in a tournament over in Jacksonville, and I thought my kids this weekend did a really good job of taking the ball where it was pitched, and it's really starting to come around. And excited to get a hold of a couple of these 6th graders and 7th graders next year in junior high and kind of talk through some of that stuff. As Flessner hits the ball to short, going to get the force at second, and Ham is going to get forced there. It's Ross to Gaffney.
6-3. Or 6-4.
6-4, yep. 2 outs. Flessner reaches first on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, a lot of power hitters make the mistake trying to hit the ball where it's, they try to pull that ball. They can't be pulled.
Yep.
And it's the people, we'll take a look at the Cardinal first baseman. He's got great judgment as far as where the pitch is. He hits the home run when it's given, when that pitch is given, but he's going to drive the ball someplace.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about Paul Goldschmidt, and his swing is so simple. There's just not a lot of movement, and it's really pretty to watch. And if you could clone him into some of these kids where they got the bat waggle and their feet are moving all the time, and you look at him, he really has no step. He just takes his hands to the baseball, and he just keeps it simple. And boy, I love his approach and just the way he plays the game overall.
Wasn't it him at one time that they compared the swing, Albert Pujols' swing and his swing, and they were basically the same swing?
Sure, they really are. I mean, Albert, especially in his younger years, now he's got a little bit of that leg kick, 2-1 count to Hendricks. But it's so simple. They use their lower body really well. They take their hands, they trust their hands, and they take their hands to the baseball, and it's fun to watch. 2-2 as Hendricks swings a strike 2. 2 outs, 2-2 count. Top of the 6th, 12-5. Beardstown on top here, trying to force an extra game tomorrow night. Ball down low, full count. And, the manager in me will not allow me to not look at this forecast, and it's calling for some rain. So that could make things a little more complex for both teams. A lot of times it can help you out. Hendricks takes a walk here. I don't know the pitch counts that well as far as where Brown County is, but maybe you get an extra pitcher back. Who knows? It'll be interesting. If you get a little rain and you get a rain out tomorrow night, I'm certain the Beardstown would see. Now, if I was Beardstown, I'd threshold Surratt here just in case you get a little bit of that rain.
Yeah, rain out might not hurt us. That's it. Is that a strikeout?
Nope, ground ball up the middle, 6-4 on the putout. 12-5, Beardstown victorious in this district championship. Game 1 of 2.
All right, this is what it looks like as far as the score sheet's concerned. For Brown County, 5 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and 5 left on base. For Beardstown, 15 runs on only 5 hits, 3 errors.
12 runs, right?
Yeah, or 12, 12 runs. No. Yeah, 12. Where did I get 15? I don't know. 12 runs. Well, I thought 15, Kevin.
I think it's 12-5. I trust Matt Boylan.
Okay. All right. And that's what I've got here, too. So, but at any rate, 12 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors, and 7 left on base. And so with that, Kevin, let's talk about the players of the ball game, brought to you by Casting Lumber Company and KLC Inc. Got to be a Beardstown player. There's no question on that, Kevin. And the number one person I probably got to give it to, looking out there, Ross pitched a really good ball game.
He did. He had a tough first inning, right? He gave up 3 in the first inning. I think he was at like 38 pitches after 1 inning. But he came back and he got through, I think, 4 innings. And then the other part of Ross is he had 2 big doubles, and one of them was a bases clearing double where he got 3 RBIs on that. And that to me, before the game, I kind of talked about it. Carter Ross and Nathan Stanball, we've played against them from the time they were 9, and they've had to play against some really good competition, and they know how to bounce back after tough losses. And coming into tonight's game, I was surprised to see the Ross kid get kind of rattled in that first inning, but Yeah, to me.
Again, came back out of that. That's the biggest
Came
thing.
out of it, absolutely.
Yeah, he had like 8 or 9 strikeouts within that time and still came back and fought back. And so I forgot about the offensive side. So really he is the player of the ball game for Beardstown. Did a lot for them tonight. We'll be back on the air with you tomorrow night. Kevin, you coming back tomorrow night?
Tracy, can I come back tomorrow night?
I don't know. You let me know. We'd love to have you. Lisa won't be here, but I'll be back. 8 o'clock start, so we'll be on the air about 20 till. Thanks for listening to